Have you ever noticed the more you try to think your way out of social anxiety, the more it strikes back even harder and it feels like you just can't beat this thing? So if this sounds like you, then stick around because in this video, I'm going to explain to you why that is by showing you the true nature of your mind, how it's wired to actually keep you stuck in the cycle of social anxiety, and how to actually rewire it so that you can break free. So let's get into this. And if you're already a part of our community, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Rubin. I'm a transformational coach and I specialize in social anxiety, self-esteem, and self-expression. And what I want you to understand is that there's many aspects of your mind. And the aspect of your mind that you are using, that you are putting your trust into to find a way out of social anxiety is locking you harder into the cycle. And I want to give you an example here of how this aspect of your mind, it strategizes and it comes up with solutions and elaborate plans for you to overcome social anxiety. So for example, you will have experienced this, right? So you just get news, you got this social event coming up or this big work meeting coming up, something along those lines. And then what you will notice, your mind, it starts churning, it starts working, it starts rehearsing the social event, the conversations that are gonna happen, what you are going to say, what the other people are going to say in response to that. But the things your mind conjures up, they never actually happen when you're in the real-time moment, right? Then when you're in the real-time moment, your mind is working, thinking of what to say next. How am I coming across? How am I being perceived? And it's trying to figure out ways how to connect with people. And the harder you try, the harder you play into your mind strategies to try and force the connection, the more you don't connect with people. And then after the social event, you feel bad about yourself, right? And then your mind starts getting overly critical and it starts beating up on you that you need to improve your personality, your social skills, you need to do this, you need to do that. And then once again, you get stuck in that cycle that your mind is placing you in. It is simply a survival mechanism. And what do I mean by that? All of its content. Remember, we just talked about the rehearsing before, the overwhelm during, the after guilt and shame after the social event, all of that content, it's churning and it's churning. And it's all motivated by the fear of losing the ability to experience life. And to put it very simply, the fear of death. And that sounds so extreme when you first hear it, but I'm gonna explain to you exactly how this works. Because this right here is the trap that most people never see. They use their mind to escape the very cycle that their mind itself is creating. So understanding this is huge. And if you actually want to break free from this, I go deeper into this in my free masterclass. I walk you through a 3-step process to break the cycle. And I'll point you to it at the end, but for now, let's keep going because I want to help you understand how this miscalibration of your mind really works on a deeper level. So like I was saying, your mind has become this survival mechanism to keep you alive, essentially, to keep you from dying. And I'm going to give you an analogy here to help you really grasp this on a deeper level. So I want you to think of your mind as the heat gauges on the dashboard of your car. And so your heat gauge is there to prevent what? Your engine from overheating, right? So it's going to rise and fall, the temperature is gonna rise and fall on that gauge depending, you're assuming it's based on the actual temperature of your engine to give you that early warning sign so that you can take preventative measures and take action so you don't end up broken down on the side of the road. But notice what I said there, you're assuming the heat gauge is calibrated to the actual temperature of the engine, but we all know it can be miscalibrated. So that temperature gauge can be telling you everything is all good, the engine is cool, when it's actually overheating. And it can tell you that it's overheating when in fact, all conditions, they're all good. Why does that happen? Is because that heat gauge no longer has its pulse on the actual temperature of the engine. It's lost touch with the ability to do that. And I hope you're starting to pick up what I'm trying to get you to understand is your mind is working in the same way. Except your mind, it doesn't use the heat gauge. It uses your thoughts and your feelings to flood you with them in order to give you a sense of what? Danger, the actual danger present with your external environment or the people that you're interacting with. And so if you're watching this video, you probably heard this. Your mind is sending you all of these signals that there's danger when there actually isn't. So it's telling you through these signals, what are these people thinking of me? You're gonna be embarrassed, you're gonna be humiliated. It's giving you all of these thoughts and these feelings, and it's making you feel all of this anxiety when there's actually no danger present. And in some cases, this can be true. But I want you to understand this because I don't think this is talked about enough. Remember, I said your engine could be telling you it's all good when there is actual danger. And what I've learned after all of the years and the hundreds of people that I've worked with social anxiety, it's the fact that they've lost their ability. They no longer have their pulse on that external situation to truly understand the danger that is present. And their mind will actually tell them it's safe when it isn't. And even more so, when it isn't safe and it actually is dangerous, their mind will be so miscalibrated, it'll take it a step further and actually start to blame and criticize them for not being relaxed when it's not a safe place to relax into. And so all of that content of the mind that we talked about, the rehearsing conversations before and in the middle of the social event, right? Thinking of what to say next and all of the self-conscious thoughts and then the beating up and criticizing on you after the fact, it never acknowledges the level of danger present. It never acknowledges the level of risk you are at for being judged, being criticized, being humiliated, which is something you have to take into account. It's a part of reality, okay? That aspect of our mind, in a sense, has lost touch with reality, and therefore we cannot trust the different strategies and solutions and plans that it comes up with. And so by now, I hope you're seeing it's not your fault, it's just the way your mind has been set up to be that survival mechanism which prevents you from thinking your way out of social anxiety. The real way forward is learning how to work beyond the mind, and that's exactly what I break down step by step in my free masterclass. You'll discover how to heal your social anxiety down at the root source and stay out of those strategies of your mind that are keeping you locked in the cycle. So the link is below the video, and if you're serious about ending this cycle and stepping into the confidence that you've always wanted, check that masterclass out now. Don't let your mind play any more games on you, and I'll see you on the inside.